If you are a life insurance or final expense agent, and maybe you're considering working with one of these companies that have this free leads program, then you're going to definitely want to watch this video. Today I'll be going over the pros and cons of free lead programs, who should consider working with these type of companies and why, and some of the questions that you should absolutely ask any insurance agency that you're considering joining, because of their quote-unquote free leads program. I'm Doug Massi, and if you'd like a copy of the carrier niche sheet here, this thing's pretty cool. It has all my favorite carriers in it. It has their main niche and the options that they use for their phone interview. Just stick around until the end of the video, and I'm going to show you how to get this magnificent document for yourself. And yes, now is the perfect time to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're a new viewer. We're putting out new final expense sales training and insurance sales content every week. So let's start by talking about whether these quote-unquote free leads that you're going to be getting are really free or not. And I'm going to start by saying, the truth is, guys, nothing in our industry, insurance sales or final expense sales, is free. Nothing. If your commission level for your main carrier is below 100%, then your leads are not free, they are subsidized. You're exchanging commission so you don't have to invest your own hard-earned money into your own insurance sales business. I know there's a final expense agency that's local to me, near where we live here in Vero Beach, that I think what they do is they give their agents like 50% first-year commissions in exchange for their, subsidized free final expense leads platform. They have a lot of agents that actually do come and go, because I know some people there. And the simple fact is, in order for you to stay with a company like this, you still have to have talent, and you still got to be able to close sales when the clients give you like a basic general objection. Which leads me to the question, if you have talent and or are a professional salesperson, then why in the world wouldn't you just invest into your own insurance sales business? Don't get me wrong, if you're broke and like really desperate, then there's nothing wrong with giving one of these free leads companies a try. I mean, if you've got no other option. In my opinion, I have to say that that would be the only reason to work with one of these outfits. Especially because most of them have this thing where like you got to work with them for 2 years before you're even vested. So that's not a good thing if you need to be released. Allow me to share a theory that I've developed over the years due to it becoming a reality over and over and over. When I interview insurance agents, they all tend to say that, well, they're either great at sales or they're new, but they think they'll be good at selling final expense insurance. And when I ask them, well, do you have at least maybe $2,000 or $3,000 saved up to invest into your business? And they say no. This tells me something very important. It tells me that they're just not confident enough about their own sales skills to invest their own money into their own business, or that they're simply not very smart. I hate to say that, but that's how I feel. I 100% believe that any talented and skilled professional that is worth a lick can figure out a way to come up with a few $1,000s to invest into their business. Here's how I see it. If an agent doesn't have any skin in the game, so to speak, then why would they work hard and give their heart and soul into selling and learning how to become a talented producer? Most won't. Here's how I see it. If an agent doesn't have any skin in the game, so to speak, then why would they work really hard and give their heart and soul into selling and learning how to become a talented producer? Most won't. So let's talk about a talented salesperson who's willing to invest into their own leads and their own final expense sales business. Unfortunately, in most areas across the country, things have changed over the past 2 to 3 years. And this is in reference to face-to-face sales and the effectiveness of direct mail. Direct mail leads, until recently, were considered the best lead that you could get your hands on for face-to-face sales. You see, the returns on this type of lead have gotten so bad that the cost of this lead has gone through the roof. Not only that, but due to the agents saturating the states and more licensed agents coming and going, the quality of these leads has gone down too. So now the agent who goes out with direct mail leads is spending more money than they were a few years ago, only to make less money than what we're used to seeing. This is why face-to-face sales is no longer even viable in most areas of the country. And the good news is that telesales has gotten easier and easier to do with a more cost-effective lead. Agencies like ours, we're generating calendar appointments from Facebook leads. We're talking around like $12 to $15 per set calendar appointment. And this makes selling final expense over the phone the most cost-effective way to sell insurance for most agents. And I say for most agents because you'll need to be good at making a telesales presentation script sound like a conversation, decent at multitasking on a computer, and understanding how to effectively overcome those basic objections so that you can actually turn those into sales. And this is where a good insurance agency comes in. We teach our agents a system of easily dealing with the objection by bringing value to the sale, therefore giving the agent the ability to address the objection through common sense while painting an even more attractive reason for the client to say, okay, you're right, let's go ahead and take that middle option. The bottom line is this: if you are talented at sales and are not afraid to invest at least $2,000 or $3,000 into your sales business, as long as you're with the right insurance agency, there's no reason for you to earn less than $100,000. I would have to say even more like less than $150,000 per year. Even if you are a really strong closer, guys, if your commissions are being cut or subsidized for free leads, you'll most likely never, ever, ever come even close to earning the kind of money that you should be making, which financially is why we sell insurance in the first place. I mean, I didn't get my insurance license so that I could treat my business like a job. I got my insurance license so that I could make more money than most people across the country. Selling insurance in the United States and not earning at least $100,000 per year, in my opinion, that's kind of like walking into a grocery store only to end up dying there of starvation. For a copy of the carrier niche sheet that I mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more information on working with us to sell final expense or maybe even Medicare Advantage, just email me at that same address. Remember, guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there or get on that phone and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting. With